Hello, and welcome to Pathologic 2. This game has been a long time in the making, sorry. So welcome, friends, one and all. For those of you who are new to this channel and are new to this game, Pathologic was originally a Russian game made by developers Icepick Lodge in 2005, following the events of a small town in the middle of the Russian steppe. A plague hits the town, and you are one of 3 healers of some form. Your task is to try to stop the plague and try and save the town in whichever way you see fit. This is not exactly a sequel, but more of a remake of that original 2005 game. Consider this playthrough chapter 1 of 3. We'll be playing as Artemiy Burakh, the town's local doctor and barber surgeon. You'll find out a lot more about it as we go. But still, hello and welcome. And for my Russian audience, please tell me if I'm mispronouncing anything. Здравствуйте, меня зовут Сунатул, и я буду вашим гидом и врачом в этой игре Pathologic 2. Pathologic 2 takes something of Brechtian theatre in its approach. Yes, I am pretentious, but I love this. We begin our days in a theatre, about to watch a town burn. Shall we chat to the director of this sordid play?
Игрок подобен пьянице. За новый выход мать родную не пожалеет.
So, Burakh, your performance was a flop. You're unfit for the role. A cursed production. This is our second attempt, and a second failure. Come on, the first run was decent. That is not for you to judge. We gave it all we had. Whatever, you are dismissed. The bird will give you your final payment. Aren't you tired of those beakheads? They're trouble. They were the only useful people around. Right. Perhaps we are in a theatre of a different sort. All around us are the dead and the dying. Remember these faces, my friends. Every one of them will become important.
Шах и мат.
They don't trust me anymore. I wasn't even invited to the final council. Where are the birds? Up. Where else? If you mean the real ones. I meant the orderlies.
Посмотри на мои руки. Это ничего, что они некрасивые такие. Ты, главное, посмотри.
Turns out the birds aren't birds at all. Wanna know what they are? Lean down and I'll tell you. Lower, lower now. They're fingers. Did they tell you that? Yeah. This is a direct quote. We're not birds, we're fingers. That's why people call them executors. You tired? Do you want me to relieve your headache? Go ahead, it's not like you can actually do it. Two more players upon this stage. For those of you not in the know, those two will be the other playable characters. Eventually. Do you want to receive your payment? Well, everyone will be paid what they're due in the cathedral. That is where the final choice will be made. By whom? The authorities. Fitting. Every shadow casts a finger-like trace. The journal in this game functions more as a mind map than a straight-up listed journal. It's up to you to solve the mystery. Town burnt out and dead. Filled with soldiers, guns, destruction. Schlefter contracted it. Anichkov contracted it. Jackson contracted it. Lieutenant contracted it. Kobranov contracted it. Eugene contracted it. The captain hasn't contracted it. Put a bullet in his head. Players sat to the stage as a light. Move along, Doctor. Nothing to see here. Work as usual. It's butcher's work. You're killing these people, you bastards. I can't believe this is our military. Even invaders are more humane. Stop this circus, now! You know better than anyone there's no salvation from the sand pest. People go mad with pain. They are not responsible for their actions. We put them out of their misery and protect the healthy. Legal orders. You burn them alive. No, we burn infected miasmas. What miasmas? You know nothing about this disease. We have our instructions compiled by your own doctors. Mode of infection unknown. It's transmitted through air, saliva, touch, and God knows what else. We've lost half our men already. You deserve it. Go, Doctor. Stop lecturing us. If you were better at your job, we wouldn't have to be so good at ours. But there's still no cure. But do you think we enjoy shooting and burning civilians? These people are healthy. Why have you seized them? They're looters. Like I said, it's work as usual. You do your job and we will do ours. You should let them go. A couple less, a couple more. What does it matter? There is no way to save them. There is no escape. There are only the bodies and the lost. I know where you're going. You want a piece of advice? Speak, but please be quick. It won't take long. The town is gone, and to hell with it. But the kin are also gone. Your family is gone. Your father remains unavenged, his path unfollowed. The 7 children who entrusted their lives to you are dead. You are the only one left. Do you want to save yourself, at least? No, you don't know the whole situation. Not all is lost. The outbreak can still be curbed. That's why I'm going to the cathedral. It's there that the decision will be made about the bombardment. Heed my advice. You think she loves you? You think that she's a friend and he's a foe just because he brought in the cannons? Don't talk to her first. Talk to him. By Allah Sabha. Now I need to go. I might need something like this later on. thus the innocent burn. Their only crime was being infected by a disease that they had no control over. Curious creatures, although I can't say I'm fond of the colour. We'll have to paint them black. What do you think, Doctor? Black would look nice. This is a fever dream where I talk to rats. It rains ashes and death. Coffins litter the streets. There is honestly no hope of salvation here. The plague itself lingers. And everything is ablaze. If you think there is any way out of this, any means to change this fate, then please, by all means, tell me. Curious, no. To treat such destruction and death as a game. Game observed by petty children. With concerns so alien to us. Above the town, the tower dominates the skyline. Perhaps the one bastion from the plague. But there isn't any escape. Only death. Only death. You think she's a friend and he's a foe just because he brought in cannons? Well,
Ни
let's
одна
find
работа
out.
на свете не поглощает человека так целиком, как работа войны.
Is this the doctor? This is the doctor. What do you want? We can cure this disease. I know how. Proof? It's not exactly scientific. Our people have a different approach. What is this nonsense? State your name and occupation. Burakh. 3 doctors operated in this town. I'm one of them. I see. Give me a reason to call off the bombardment. You have 1 chance. I know how to make a serum. We'll need time to produce it at scale, but the recipe has been developed. No, Burakh. If you told me you had 3 tank cars of that panacea and an army of doctors from the capital ready to administer it, that would have convinced me. As it stands, there's no going back. It's too great a risk. We only had 12 days. That's not enough time. He remains unconvinced.
19, 25, 34. Все.
Why have you come? To confirm to you that we have the means to fight the plague. The plague, not the outbreak. Who cares? We already decided everything without you. You've come uninvited. What did you decide? Who are you to demand reports from us? A backwoodsman, a self-taught doctor practicing barbaric traditional medicine. Oh, but I know who you are. You're the person I was very wrong to put my hopes on. The person who let me down. Out. Now. I only need 1 more day. Hey, you over there, seize this man and throw him out. Aglaya, listen to me! The pendulums halt. but the eyes still watches from afar.
Неправильное место много способствует наступлению летальных обстоятельств.
So you insist on a second attempt, huh? Stubborn. Not a second, a first one. Alright, let's roll then. Let us imagine that the last train has not left the station. I cannot apparently into acting, I'm sorry. Let us imagine that the last train has not yet left the station. Just don't be late. No, all I need is to not miss my stop. This horrible fever dream, perhaps, shall be righted. And so the true story begins. With a vision of failure. It's twilight. And all is dark. Safe for this train carriage. How did you get inside this coffin? Me? You were the one in the coffin. Why did you crawl in there? I was hiding. From whom? Death? Yes, and people too. It's a bit too early for me to show my face. A bit too early. So you're visiting our town too, huh? A coffin is the best means of transportation in the world. It can get you to unimaginable places. You look alive though, so that vehicle is beyond your means for now. Free rider, eh? Just like you. No one sells tickets to ride this train. I'm coming home. All I need is to avoid distraction. And so he's gone. A delivery of death to the town. Or at least the means to transport it. Enormous aurochs. Flanked by birds. What do the crows want today? Railroads are beautiful. They always lead to one place you can't turn from. Except when there's a silly mistake like this crash. Dying just to escape fate. Stupid. Boring. What is that monster? Ahead or behind? Behind me. That is Boz Turok, a creature of steppe legends from which the world was created. What was he trying to achieve here? Stupid. Life can never prevent death. What is ahead then? Why the fires? As you can see, the blood no longer flows in this artery. There's a clot. You're a doctor, aren't you? Do you have any medicine with you? What clot? What are those black flakes? How should I know? You're the doctor, not us. Go and see. We're only ensuring that no other trains are derailed. We'll fix yours too once the beast leaves his tracks. I have a lot of time on my hands then. Bulls are stubborn. There's darkness ahead, and I follow the railroads into the black cloud. Unless I die. Only to live again. 5 and a 3. Want to share secrets? Why? You can share your worries and I'll take them with me. Into the coffin? Deal. Who goes first? You. I'm I'm worried people won't be so happy to see me in the town. What if they shun me like some mutt and slam doors in my face? What if my toll is too small? I could fail to meet my goal. But maybe this is only anxiety. Yes, I can do it. You a preacher? Not really. Your turn now. Be honest and your fate will change. That's how it goes. I'm worried about my father. He summoned me with a letter. A troublesome one. Something bad has happened. Do you want to play? I'm game. Dice? What are the stakes? Your fate. A person can't lose their fate. No. It is all already written. And we've seen the ending. This place is wrong. This is not my home, and who is in the back room? Remember these faces, my friends. They're all important. But perhaps they're all merely players in pantomimes upon a stage. And so we once more find ourselves in the land of eternal autumn. Almost home. Almost. Someone heavy. I hear heavy steps in the dark. I can't see you. Are you Death? You're feverish. Water? I'm so thirsty. I need a drink of fresh water. Please, bring it to me. Where do I get it? Outside, in the yard. It's hard to talk. Keep silent, then. Let's go find some water. The theatrics of such pantomimes. What are they here to mean? Three bottles of water should be more than enough. What are we to observe? A pantomime play. Where one pours out one's heart and one's water away. Thirsty fellow traveler. Not me, someone else. There's water in the wooden barrel behind you. You've walked past your goal, not for the first time, and certainly not for the last. I saw the light, thought it invited me here, like a moth. Ouch. The dead. Each has 2 eyes and 2 ears, most of one nose and one mouth. Riddle me this, if eyes and ears were switched, what would be right? If noses and mouths were switched, would that be fixed? Did you kill them? Answer the question, Kayala. You're a stepman. You must know the answer. But I don't. Then be on your way, Kayala. People don't kill people. Is that man alive, then? And so we must once more loot the homes of the dead. For all we see here are coffins. Where once there were people, there is now just empty shells. Even my fellow healers are but shells. Bad dream? Yeah, a dream. I hope it doesn't come true. So you want to meet your dad? Yes, me too. Why we stopped? Are we there already? More dreams. Observances. The people and the things of the steppe watch over. Let Mother Bodho caress your step, Kolbohun. You haven't forgotten your people, have you? By Allah, Kolbohun. Do you have a good heart? Well, it's healthy. Who's the judge? We hear earth with our hearts. The earth has a pulse. So does earth. If they sing in harmony, you hear the language of earth and herbs, the language of warmth and cold. Look, Tankher, and listen, whose words are all around. What does earth say? It says a lot of things. A lot of time has passed. You are gone. You forgot many things. Your heart is spoiled, Katanga. Let us see if it is rotten. How can you see that? The fight will show whose heart is keen, who hears the unheard words. You will see my heart. The kin's blood runs through me. I was never torn from my people. Neither was I. Fighting to the death is rarely a good idea. Let us trade cards, Kolbohun. Let us become kin. What need do you have of mine? Isn't it rotten? The river of good washes away a drop of rot. There's no me and you. There's a people. Khatange. Mix your flesh with ours. Alright, let it be so. One heart is worth one heart. So it would seem. Some bread and some food, but nothing else. And once more, just a coffin. We're almost there. You relieved? Oh, yes, I can't wait to get there. I just can't wait. Feels like we're riding in circles. Well, it was nice passing the time. Good luck with your father. I'm sure he can't wait. I hope so. This trip has been a long time coming. So close, and yet, for the first time in many years, I'm home.
Сын мой Артемий, пишу тебе теперь после стольких лет разлуки и прошу вернуться домой как можно скорее.
My son Artemy.
Мне тревожно. Боюсь, что нам всем предстоит нелегкое испытание. Надеюсь, ты выучился на отличного хирурга, потому что твои знания могут здесь пригодиться.
I'll give an approximate
Я
translation
по-прежнему единственный врач в этом городе,
once he's done speaking.
но я старею. Мне очень нужен помощник.
Apologies, I thought I'd had the subtitles turned on. My son Artemy, I bid you to return home as quick as you can, essentially. My father, in this case, believes that there is something wrong, something going to happen soon that is very wrong, something dangerous, something bad. Without me, things will go a lot worse. Please come home quickly. I'll get the full translation of the letter as soon as I can. And I will regale you with what it actually says. I'm very sorry. What do we find? Antibiotics, tinctures, water, infected blood. What do we think is going to happen? I'm summoned back to my hometown by a distressing letter from my father. But who is this in the back room? We approach what may be a difficult time. Good luck, everybody. Because Lord knows I'm gonna need it. So the game begins.